I just want to thank everybody for coming out tonight. It's a very special night, not only for the candidates, but for their families, their friends, and everybody else, especially the residents of Yardley Borough. They came out, they voted strong, and they voted for these ladies and gentlemen that we're about to swear in. So we're going to start with one of the big ones, Ms. Thompson. Last time we could call her Ms. Thompson. From now on, we shall call her Mayor. Come on, Roy. Come on, June.
This is a child-friendly event. My children will be making noise. Please let your children make noise so I don't feel as bad.
Okay, we ready? All right. So, Ms. Caroline, please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I.
Hold on.
Okay.
All right. I'm ready.
Okay, go. I
I, Caroline Lang Thompson,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support, obey, and defend
that I will support, obey, and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the Commonwealth,
and the Constitution of the Commonwealth,
and I will discharge the duties
and I will discharge the duties
of my office with fidelity.
of my office with fidelity.
Welcome.
Thank you. Yep. Very exciting, especially when you're 7 and 2. I just want to thank everyone for your support, for being here tonight. I want to thank my family, Michael, my husband, my daughter June, my son Rory, my extended family, parents, siblings. And I want to thank the voters of Yardley Borough, both those who voted for me and those who didn't. I hope to make each and every one of you proud of the town that you live in and of me as your mayor. And I'm very excited about this opportunity to serve. So thank you.
There's no laughing in this council. What's going on?
I know.
You gotta stand up, Rory.
It's her bedtime. One of those sounds. All right, thank you. All right, now as newly minted mayor, I can swear people in. I'm going to get right to work, and we're going to start with our tax collector who has been re-elected, Christine Francesca. Come on up, family. We'll get pictures, don't worry. What a zoo. All right, Christine Ventresca, everyone. right, please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name. Do solemnly swear that I will support, obey, and defend the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of this Commonwealth, and that I will discharge the duties of my office with fidelity. Congratulations.
Awesome. No one else would rather pay taxes, do they?
Yay.
All right, next up I have Paul Mansell. Family, would you like to join us?
Oh my gosh, 2 weeks old? Wow.
Maybe Yardley Borough's newest resident.
Maybe the youngest resident, yeah. Of course.
All right, repeat after me. I state your name.
I, Paul Menzel,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support, obey, and defend
that I will support, obey, and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of this Commonwealth,
and the Constitution of this Commonwealth,
and that I will discharge the duties of my office with fidelity.
and that I will discharge the duties of this office with fidelity.
Congratulations.
Oh, thank you.
Pictures?
Look here. Alrighty. I've been promoted to borough photographer.
I'm glad you see it that way, Jared.
Yeah. Sure. Pretty much.
Sign some paperwork, make it official.
And then they were gonna get the next one. I'm like, that's no, that's okay. That's so sweet. I mean, that one does a professional job. This is the
Yeah, you know what, I got it earlier.
okay, good.
Congratulations. Thank you. Here, grab it. Martha Howlett.
That was sweet.
Okay.
All right, ready?
Yes.
I state your name.
I, Martha Howlett,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support, obey, and defend
that I will support, obey, and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of this Commonwealth,
and the Constitution of this Commonwealth,
and that I will discharge the duties of my office with fidelity.
and that I will discharge the duties of my office with fidelity. Thank you.
This is for pictures. I'm not going to hear from back yet.
Bad pictures.
Let's get one of you and Addie as
I've got
well.
3 really bad pictures. Like I took really bad pictures.
And hang on. 1, 2, 3. Okay, now we're done.
Every picture of me, I'm like, when did I start? Or I make this mistake of like pushing down and I have like quartermaster or something.
And then, Ori.
I'm not that big.
I, Jason Goldstein,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support, obey, and defend
that I will support, obey, and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of this Commonwealth,
and the Constitution of this Commonwealth,
and that I will discharge the duties of my office with fidelity.
and I will discharge the duties of my office with fidelity.
Congratulations.
All right, thank you. And I got two more, just a second. Thank you for trying. There we go. Perfect. All right. I got pictures everywhere on this one. So Jason, look this way real quick. 1, 2. Awesome. So I think we got everything on there. Yes, sir.
There's a change in plans. I'm just kidding you. I take you serious. Yeah, I know. Why do you, since when would, yeah. When?
First time I've seen it.
Yeah. Just go ahead and do it.
Would you like to say anything?
No, I'd like to thank everybody and their support. This is my first time running for any office, so looking forward to serving the community the best I can, and just hope I represent the borough, for everybody. And thank you.
And last but certainly not least, Mr. Finer. Back again.
There's only one way out.
So you know you've done this a bunch of times when your family is like, nah, we've been through that already.
All right, ready?
Ready?
I state your name.
I, Ori Alexander Feiner,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support, obey, and defend
that I will support, obey, and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of this Commonwealth,
and the Constitution of this Commonwealth,
and that I will discharge the duties of my office with fidelity.
and that I will discharge the duties of my office with fidelity.
Congratulations.
Right.
Up to you.
Well, I just want to say thank you. You live in an amazing.
Say, oh, it's gonna be like, this doesn't say Jared.
Stuck in the and a little conflict happen. Oh. Yeah. So I was just saying what an amazing community we live in, and we're so fortunate, and I'm so fortunate to be entrusted by you to be able to do this and to serve, because it's so satisfying. I'm excited to see new people and returning people, to be part of a strong team of council people, mayor, borough manager, borough staff, police department, solicitor, engineer. You're in good hands.
All right, folks, that concludes our swearing in ceremony this evening. Duty immediately calls. We will be having a council meeting at 7:30 tonight. You're welcome to stay, but we will not be offended if you depart. And thank you all for being here.
What? Oh, nuts. Oh, you're funny.
Are you ready? Yes?
We rolling? Okay. The time is 7:32. I call the January 5th meeting of Yardley Borough Council to order. Please stand for the pledge to our flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call, please, Manager Johnson, or whomever is doing it this evening.
Want to do it, or would you like me?
Should we introduce her?
Me? Ms. Thompson?
Present?
Mr. Menzel?
Present.
Ms. Siegel-Morris? Mr. Goldstein?
Here.
Mr. Applebaum?
Here.
Mr. Finer?
Present.
Ms. Scherer? And Ms. Howlett?
Present.
With 7 members of council present, we have a quorum. This is a reorganization meeting of Yardley Borough Council. Every 2 years, we are required by law to reorganize to elect from within a president and a vice president who will serve as our executive authorities over the Yardley Borough Council. As mayor, I will oversee elections of both the president and the vice president. Our agenda states that the council president will oversee the vice presidency, but according to borough code, I will oversee both of them. And then we will move into our regularly scheduled council meeting. The way that this works, for anyone who is wondering, is anyone who would like to nominate someone for president may do so. We will take as many nominations as there are, and we will vote on them in the order that they are made. As soon as a nomination is successful in that it receives enough votes to be elected president, we will not vote on any of the remaining nominations. Are there any questions from anyone on that process? Yes.
One question is that looking at the agenda, and it says that the mayor presides over the president, and then the president presides over the vice president. Is that, and that's I think how we did in the past, is that how we're doing it?
So pursuant to the Borough Code, the mayor has to preside over the nominations of both the president and the vice president.
Okay.
Very good.
Whether or not you were ever a legitimate vice president remains to be seen.
Oh, second question, just for the process. Let's say one person is nominated. They then need to receive 4 or more votes. Is that how that works, the majority?
With a quorum?
Correct.
Correct.
And if they don't, and there are no more nominations, do you then take more nominations, or what happens then? Just curious.
Yeah, I would call for new nominations.
So no, after all the nominations are made and we vote, if it gets to the point where there's a split vote, the mayor could break the tie.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying, let's say there's 1 nomination or 2 nominations, right? And each nomination gets only 3 or less votes. So, like, what happens in that situation?
So at that point, depending on the number of votes, the mayor would have a vote to break the tie.
Oh, I see that.
All of the nominations have to be
I
made
see. I see.
at the outset.
Okay.
I failed to mention before that if you are nominated for president or vice president, you do need to accept the nomination in order for a vote to proceed. But it doesn't need to be seconded?
It does not need to be seconded.
All right, any other questions before we proceed? Very exciting. Good luck to all. So I would accept nominations for council president at this time.
I nominate David Applebaum for council president.
Thank you. Do you accept the nomination, Mr. Applebaum?
I gladly accept. Thank you. Kim?
Are there any other nominations for president this evening? Hearing none, I'll call the question. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries unanimously. Congratulations. I would now accept nominations for council vice president.
I would like to nominate Councilperson Scherer for vice president.
Councilperson Scherer, do you accept the nomination?
I accept.
Thank you. Any other nominations for council vice president this evening? Yes.
I would like to nominate Councilperson Howlett for vice president.
Thank you. Councilperson Howlett, do you accept the nomination?
I'm flattered. Thank you, Councilperson Finer, but I do not accept.
Thank you. Any other nominations for council vice president this evening? Hearing none, I'll call the question. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Nay.
Abstentions? Motion carries 5-2, I believe. We may need to do a roll call, but does that sound accurate? 2 abstentions? Congratulations, Councilperson Chair, Vice President Chair.
Oh, geez.
Mr. President, congratulations. You did well.
Let me test it. All right. Hopefully I won't have to use it much. Wow. Let me just have a moment, and I certainly will give you a moment if you'd like. I am absolutely flattered to receive the unanimous support of my colleagues on council. It's been a long road. Back in 2017, as my family can attest to, we're actually 2016, I believe. It was that early. I started campaigning with Caroline and others to be on council. Didn't win. Then but I maintained my interest and my commitment to this community. And in 2022, when I was appointed, and then in 23, when I was elected, I was on the road to fulfilling a mission that I feel is very important, especially because I represent not only a person with an interest in doing things, but doing things for my community. And I recommend to anybody that if you have the opportunity to support your community at least once in some role with the borough or municipality that you live in, because it's very satisfactory. But also, you get to meet people and do things with and for people that you may never have met before, and you don't know how much of a difference you might make to those people. And I'd like to just take a quick second. I'm a man of few words, as you know. All right, never mind. The jokes begin. But I'd like to thank my beautiful wife, Larissa, she's back there, my son Isaac, for supporting me through this journey. I like to, well, you know, it seems like my fan club's here. Lou, for the years of support that you've given me, and the money wasn't bad either. Thanks for the donations. It's not illegal. Shirley, you've been a great partner over these last few, okay, you can clap. If you didn't know, of course, she's the executive director of the Gather Place, a phenomenal, again, something that, and a person who supports the community in an unselfish way and forgiving of herself. And I don't know what you did, sir, but my friend waved with me back there. I thank you for being here and supporting me tonight. Without further ado, I just would like to ask if Michelle has anything she'd like to say.
Just briefly, thank you to all my council people who voted me in. I appreciate your support. I know everybody didn't, and that's okay. I'm very fine with that because we all have our opinions and we're all entitled to them. But I think we also work well together. So we will do well. Thank you.
Thank you, Michelle. Okay, I have my script. I'm going to try to keep on it. We are going to, let's see, we did roll call. Okay, reappointment borough professionals. Looks good. Our next topic is the reappointment borough professionals. We have 5 different categories. We have A, the appointment of borough engineer, B, appointment of the borough solicitor, C, the appointment of the right to know solicitor, D, the appointment of civil service solicitor, and finally, E, the appointment of Board of Appeals solicitor. May I ask a question to the former president? Is this something that we need to do separately, or could we combine them into one vote? Or I could ask the solicitor himself, unless it's a conflict of interest, sir.
So you would have to do a motion to add them to the consent agenda to do them all together. I would just walk through them one by one.
You prefer I walk through them one by one?
Typically, that's how it's.
Okay, then I'll do that. Thank you, sir. Okay, so our first reappointment is the appointment of the borough engineer. Is either, yes, sir, Patrick. I'm not sure what to say, but it's been actually a privilege to work with you, and I hope you get reappointed. Would someone like to make a motion?
I'd like to make a motion.
Would you like to make that
To
motion? sir?
appoint the borough engineer, or reappoint the borough engineer.
Okay, and can I get a second for that?
Seconded.
Thank you, Martha. So with Councilman Finer as making the motion and a second by Councilwoman Houslett, I'd like to get a vote. Or should I ask for discussion? Discussion first.
From the public?
Yeah, okay, so anyone at the table have any discussion? Yes, sir.
I just want to thank the engineer for the hard work and the progress that you've made in the past, 2-3 years that we've been working together. It's noticeable, and projects are moving swiftly, and I feel that we are in budget and under control. So I appreciate your hard work to the borough.
Thank you. Does anyone else from council? Yes, sure.
Patrick, I would just want to thank you for your awesome reports, always. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Okay, and last call from the table? Yes.
Just a question, Patrick, because we have your rates for the upcoming year, and I was wondering if there's been any increases or changes since 2025 that we should highlight.
Yeah, I mean, the rates, these rates are new for this year. As you know, everything's going up this year, and what's presented in you are rates for this year.
Okay. So in the rate, are they like 5% higher, 10% higher?
Approximately 5.
Approximately 5%. Okay. Thank you.
That rate would be, just for I think it's good for the public, what the rate is, because we're voting to reappoint at that rate. So why don't we just,
175 an hour for
175 per hour?
project engineer. Yes.
Plus other rates for other
Yeah, there's,
functions in engineering.
Yes, and council, if it's in your packet, so if you need to refer to it, you can. Is there any questions or comments from the public? Okay, well, that being said, I'd like to get a vote on this. All those in favor?
aye.
Aye.
Aye, sorry. Sounds like a unanimous vote, 7-0, right? Okay. You all hesitate, like, who's that guy? All right. Next, we have the appointment of the borough, it's a reappointment of the borough solicitor. Any comments or questions from council?
I'd like to make a motion to reappoint the borough.
I guess I could get the motion first, sorry. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, we'll
Thank you for that motion. Would someone like to second that
Our
motion?
mayor is chuckling that she gets to
Not
watch
doing
our-
that.
like the Keystone Cops up here without
Yeah,
you.
yeah, I know. All right, we have a motion.
I'm not chuckling, I'm smiling.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Would anyone like to second that?
Seconded.
I call Martha on that one. So we have a motion by Ori Finer and a second by Councilwoman Martha Howlett. With that said, are there any questions from the table? Yes, sir.
I just want to say, likewise with the engineer, with the solicitor, Andrew, I have worked with a lot of lawyers. My father was a lawyer, and I'm not afraid of lawyers, and I kind of push them hard. And you've been the first solicitor we've had that really, rather than like pushing back when you get pushed hard, you actually come up with solutions and come back with something constructive. And that's very rare in the legal field. And so I really appreciate that you're here and willing to put up with us.
Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Any other comments from the table? Well, I'll just concur, Andrew. I really appreciate your thoroughness and your kindness and making it easy to get, sometimes there's tough questions and you're able to explain it in a way that even I understand. So thank you, I appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
It's a great gift. All right, is there any questions from the public regarding a reappointment of the solicitor? Okay, no one's jumping. Okay, so I guess I will ask for a vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. That was unanimous, 7-0. Thank you. All right, moving right along. Oh, yeah, congratulations. You're still our solicitor. All right, I'm assuming that the right to know solicitor's not here. They're not represented, but it's okay. If you didn't know, especially for the public, there's a separate law firm that handles our right to know requests. Is that correct?
That's accurate, correct.
Accurate, okay. And if I recall, it was a way to kind of make that, the dealing and issues of right to know to go smoothly. Had no reflection on Kern and Hefner, but I think that you I'm willing to give you the floor for a second.
No, I mean, that's my understanding as well. I think at the time we were kind of receiving a deluge of right to know requests, and counsel at that time in their wisdom decided to assign those to a separate law firm.
Thank you for explaining. All right, with that said, I'd like to get a motion to reappoint the right to know solicitor.
So moved.
Okay, I have a motion, sorry. Would someone like to second that?
Second.
All right, so we have a motion by Councilwoman Scherer and a second by Councilman Finer. All those in favor? Oh, wait, no. Sorry. I caught myself. Discussion from the table.
So, since we brought up rates for the solicitor, I'm wondering, we didn't talk about Curtin Hefner, so I appreciate that they're staying at the same rate as the previous year of $165 per hour, I believe? Is that right?
Yeah, that's correct. We're maintaining the same rates as the prior year. It's $165 an hour, and then also a $6,000 retainer per year that's paid at the rate of $500 per month, and that's just for general legal services and questions that come in.
Thank you. And so for the right to know solicitor, I don't have the page up, but I think we should just mention what the rate is.
$175 an hour for attorneys and $135 an hour for paralegals.
Okay. And does anybody know if that is an increase?
Borough Manager Johnson?
I don't recall.
Okay,
I'll check and let you know.
thank you.
Okay. Any other comments or questions from the table? No? How about the public? No? All right. Then can I get a vote on this, please?
Aye.
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 Okay, aye. Was that 7? I think so. 7-0 and unanimous. You don't get to vote. Well, you had your hand up like this. All right, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Appointment of civil service solicitor. I'm not actually familiar with this. Would you be able to explain this title, Andrew, or someone else that has knowledge of the civil service solicitor?
Yeah, so the civil service solicitor deals with civil service disputes, which mainly involve the police department and employees of the police department. So basically, employment disputes, typically municipalities will have a specialized attorney that handle those issues that is well-versed in employment law.
Okay, thank you. Can I ask for a motion to reappoint the civil service solicitor?
So moved.
And second.
Second.
Okay. We have a motion from Councilwoman Scherer and a second from, you ready? From Councilman Goldstein. All right. Any discussion from the table?
Hourly rate is $150, paralegals charge $90. I just think
Thank you, sir.
to be consistent. I don't know if that's an increase.
That is an increase. They do say
Thank you.
in their letter, a modest increase.
A modest.
Due to
Depends on what modest means, right?
Right.
Okay. Is there any, are we done at the table? Does anyone else have a question or comment? No? How about the public? Don't all jump up at the same time. That's what I always tell my classes. Don't. All right. And with that said, can I ask for a vote, please?
So moved. Oh, no, sorry, aye.
You want to do the motion again?
No, I apologize, aye.
Okay.
Aye.
I'm kidding you. I'm not, yeah. What were you saying? So, all in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Aye. So is that 7-0 unanimous, I believe? Yes? Okay. Fantastic. Finally,
You should ask if there's any questions from the public.
Did I? I did.
I think you did.
Oh,
I certainly did, sir.
missed it then.
I take offense. I have a script.
Catching on quick.
Yeah, yeah. That's okay. All right, now, the final one is the appointment of Board of Appeals Solicitor. Any comments on that, Mr. Griffin?
So generally, if there were a violation of the Uniform Construction Code and the borough was required to issue a notice of violation or a stop work order, the property owner would have the ability to file an appeal. The borough is required to have a Board of Appeals to hear that appeal. I would represent the borough. The solicitor for the Board of Appeals would represent the Board of the Appeals. The property owner could have an attorney or represent themselves. But essentially, because it is a separate, independent body, they have to have their own attorney assigned. It's very rare that they're called upon to actually hold a hearing, but it is something that's required.
Thank you for the explanation. With that said, can I have a motion, please?
So moved.
Move. And a second, anyone? Just jump in.
Seconded.
You win. All right, so Councilwoman Scherer made the motion, and Councilwoman Hallett seconded. Thank you. Any comments from the table? Go ahead, Ori, you're on. Do you know how much?
I don't have it.
It's the same borough
Yeah.
as civil service solicitor.
Oh, it's the
So
same?
also-
Okay, okay.
Sorry, it's the same firm, yeah, so.
Oh, it says same
150,
price, yeah.
Yeah, for attorneys, 90 for paralegals.
Okay, thank you very much. Any comments or questions from the table otherwise? No? Okay, the public? No? Okay, well, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, unanimous, 7-0. All right, well, I think I'm going to move next to community announcements. Does anyone at the table have any announcements?
Yes.
Yes, please, Councilwoman Siegel-Marsh.
Apparently today is National Bird Day, and as we are Birdtown, USA, I'd just like to point that out. So happy National Bird Day. Also, the Brass Quintet, RSVP Brass Quintet is having a fundraiser concert to raise funds for the community center. And that is, where's the date on this announcement? 7 p.m. Friday, February 6th at the community center.
Fantastic. Yeah, we're going to, ma'am, we'll get to you. Sorry. Any other announcements from you? Is there any, Martha, did you have an announcement?
Just a reminder to put out your trash tonight. Our trash changed to Tuesday, Friday schedule. So trash and recycling tonight.
Okay, thank you very much for that. And last call for events, no? Or, yes, Ori, did you look
I
like that?
have something I'd like to read, but it's not community-based, so maybe after a community, before public. 'Cause
Would that come under other business or another place? Is it in, it's not covered in the agenda itself?
it's not just a statement I'd like to read.
I know I get the final, I get the final say, I get it. Just looking for some stage of ice.
Just a community announcement.
It's, I guess I could put it as a community announcement.
Oh, I think I know what this is.
That I have, that I want to read.
I think I'd like to wait,
Sure.
if you don't mind.
Yeah.
Because I know what it is.
Okay.
Now that I figured it, I'm not.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah, whatever you want.
So I appreciate that. Thank you. Are there any announcements, Shirley, from the public? Come to the tables. Just give us your name. Do you live in the neighborhood?
Shirley Lee Coursey, resident at 195 South Canal Street and Executive Director of Gather Place Museum, 188 South Canal Street. Happy New Year, everyone. My announcement, short and sweet, this is 2026. It's America 250. Our nation is celebrating our 250 years. If you all want to know more about this, Gather Place Museum announces Gather Place Gallery 250. This Friday and Saturday from noon to 3, which is our time that we're open. But this weekend, we're going to kick off. And we want the community to come out, learn more about America 250, what we're doing in Yardley. what we're doing at the county level. I'm also on the board with Bucks 250, so I'm in touch with what's going on county level and also state level. So come on out. It's going to be fun. We're going to have a few more reenactors dressed up. ShopRite of Yardley has donated food and beverage, so it's around lunchtime. If you all want to come on down at lunchtime on Friday or Saturday, same time. Just walk in, stay 10 minutes or the whole 3 hours if you like. And I have flyers here I'd like to pass out.
Sure.
And it's family-oriented. And so we really want Yardley Borough to kind of be our hub, a gather place throughout the next year, or at least the next 6 months, because July is going to be the big event. But please come on out, learn more about what's happening in Yardley, as well as if you have questions, what's going on. There's a lot of museums throughout Bucks County that I'm a part of. So we're sharing all this information. But this weekend, we just want to have fun. A lot of red, white, and blue, sandwiches, beverages, and meet and greet.
Have me at food. Don't worry, I'll be there.
At lunch. So come on out and bring the family, especially if you want to come back, if you want to come on Saturday. Please come on out. And I feel pretty good about bringing America 250 to Yardley Borough because it is going to mean more people coming to Yardley and Bucks County. That's the whole initiative. We want a lot of the visitors to come to Bucks County, and I'm happy to say we want some of them folks to be in Yardley, right? So come on out, and I have flyers.
And while you're handing that out, I'd just like to say that as I spoke in my thanks to the community and to my colleagues, and to yourself, that is what I appreciate about you, Shirley, and that the Gather place was a diamond in the rough. Well, maybe it was even worse than a diamond in the rough. But the point being is that our community has improved with the increase of businesses and different initiatives. Like the EAC right now is very active, and by the way, Friends of Lake Afton are very active, and these are all
Yardley
the things.
Historical Association.
Thank you. I wouldn't want to.
Yeah.
That'd be by Susan. My point is that really appreciate the people that have the vision. So thank you.
You're welcome.
That's what I have to say.
Thank you.
Is there any other public comment? No other public comment. Okay. Oh, no, not public comment. I'm sorry, events, community events. Yes, ma'am. You'll have to step up to the microphone, give us your name, your relation to me, and you don't have to give your address. It's not required, but you can.
Very quick. Larissa Tulokhonova, Yardley Borough resident. I wanted to apologize for my comment because I really didn't know that there are rules during official meetings. And of course, apologize to Shirley for kind of,
Did I mention you have 3 minutes?
Okay, so that's it. So thank you so much for being patient and apologies.
Oh.
That's it.
You have nothing to be ashamed of. We never expect people to understand the minutia and all the things that go into running the meeting, running the borough, and making sure that we are getting done what needs to be done for the public. So when a person comes in, there's no reason to be ashamed. There's no reason to be embarrassed. So we appreciate that. Thank you, Dr. Tulokhonova. Thank you very much. Any other comments from the public? If not, I will move to public comment. This is the portion of the meeting where members of the public can address the council on matters not on the agenda. Please approach and state your name and whether you live in the borough or not, and keep your comments to 3 minutes or less. Would anyone like to make a public comment? Come on, try me. No? Okay. All right, then we'll move along. This is the consideration of the consent agenda dated January 5th, 2026. I want to make sure I have this, let me just bring that up, I'm so sorry. Okay. Why am I messing this up?
Approval of minutes.
Yeah, oh, I'm sorry, thank you very much. Okay, I'm just not used to having one thing on there, that's why I got confused. Thank you very much, Councilman, Vice President Scher. Approval of the minutes dated, what would be the date then, December 16th? Thank you very much. Can I get a motion to, from someone, anybody?
So moved.
Okay.
Just a point of clarification.
Thank you.
I would just recommend that the new council members, because they were not present at the time of those minutes, that they abstain from the vote on that issue.
Okay, is it okay, there's only 3 voting?
Still 4.
So 4, oh, that's right, Ori, thank you very much for clarifying that. Okay.
Hard to do math while you're running a meeting.
Yeah, I wasn't good at before. Okay. Okay, so with that said, can I have a motion from someone who,
So moved.
so moved? Okay. All right, I think that was, is that correct? It was Kim that made the motion?
Yes.
Thank you. And seconded by Michelle. Thank you very much. Are there any comments from the table? Yes, sir.
A point of clarification, at the last council meeting, we passed a complete streets resolution number 25-14, and then we passed Division 0 resolution number 25-15. The way that the minutes list it, you can't tell exactly which vote pertains to which resolution. So I want to make a note, maybe it could be clarified that the complete streets passed 7-0, Division 0 passed 6-1.
Okay.
Here it just says a vote was held and motion passes. A vote was held and motion passes, so you can't tell which
Okay,
is which.
I'm going to defer to the manager, Johnson, and ask her if that can be corrected. Yes, sir. Perfect. Thank you. Thank you, Ori, I appreciate that. Are there any other questions or points from council? No? And from the public? No? Okay. All in favor, then?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, passes, well, no, it's for, how we? No, you don't get to vote. Oh, okay, so how do we?
So it's 403. The
403.
motion passes with the caveat that it'll be amended pursuant to the motion brought forth by Ori.
Okay, thank you very much, I appreciate that. All right, well, we're moving right along. We might be out of here by 10. Okay, the finance report. This is the consideration to accept the finance report. The date of January 5th, right? Okay. You have before you consideration for the month of, this is where I got a little fuzzy in my script, so that would be January, correct? And is there any, from the first of all, is this a consensus or a vote? I always.
Not a vote.
Yeah, would you mind?
So we actually had a resident a couple years ago, Mr. Markey, who brought up, an issue with re-voting on the bills list, which we used to do. So the bills list is already approved in the budget. So we are expending funds that we already voted to expend through our budget. And so re-voting on it through the bills list is repetitive and incorrect. So instead of voting on the bills list each meeting, we accept it by consensus. So if you have any issues, questions, comments, concerns, it can be amended, but otherwise it's accepted as submitted.
Okay, thank you for clarifying that. I kind of thought that was it, and I appreciate you jumping in there. So I will ask for consensus. If there's no comment, I'll take that as consensus. Okay, well then, you have a consensus. Good. All right, well, Chief, this is your spotlight. I'd like to, this is, first of all, introducing Chief Golden, and would like to get your report, if you have one.
Thank you, sir. I do. I have 2 reports for you tonight.
Thank you.
Mr. President. The first one will be overgoing the December 25 statistics for the agency, and then the second one will be a conditional hiring or offer for part-time employment.
Okay.
So for the month of December, Mr. President, of 2025, Yardley Borough PD answered 685 calls for service. Of that 685, 267 were proactive checks done by the officers within the agency. One parking ticket was issued. The agency conducted 122 traffic stops. Out of that 122, 42 citations were issued to motorists. We had 11 traffic accidents we investigated, 1 DUI arrest, and 3 other arrests. That's my report for December. And then ongoing, so Yardley Borough was served by dedicated police officers who provide police services on various shifts, 24/7, and play a vital role in the efficient and effective delivery of services to the borough. Mr. President, at this time, we currently have 1 vacancy open for a part-time police officer.
Okay.
We have an applicant that was interviewed by myself, Manager Johnson, and Councilwoman Scherer of the Public Safety Committee on December 29th. The panels who interviewed the applicant were satisfied with the candidate's knowledge, skills, background, and abilities. It is recommended to the council that we conditionally hire Joshua Cabrera as a part-time Yardley Borough police officer. It is understood that this officer of employment is conditional upon the candidate passing all the required examinations and all other MOPEC eligibility requirements. The motion I put forward before you, Mr. President and council, is that I respectfully request council consider a motion for Yardley Borough to extend a conditional offer to hire Joshua Cabrera as a part-time police officer, pending certification from the Pennsylvania Municipal Police Officers Education and Training Commission. And that concludes my report, Mr. President.
Thank you, Chief. I appreciate that. I suppose I should get well, 2 things were done here. One was the report and then the putting forward the conditional hire. I think I would like to first ask if there's any questions or comments regarding the chief's report. I assume it's okay, but just wanted to give you an opportunity from the table if you had any questions or comments. Are we good? Okay, thank you. All right, as far as the vacancy, I would like to have a motion to hire a part-time police officer, Joshua Cabrera. May I get that motion from someone at the
Second.
table?
You're good.
I'm good? So I lost track. Who said so moved first? Okay, and who seconded? Okay, thank you very much. So Councilwoman Scherer made the motion. Councilwoman Siegel-Morris made the second. Is there any discussion? Wait, we already asked for discussion from the table, right? So did I ask if there's any? I'm kind of stuck. From the public, yes. No one? Really? Okay. Oh, yes, yes, Councilwoman Howell.
Jump in fast enough. Just
Sure.
that this candidate is already working in a police officer position currently? Is that-
No, this one used to work for an agency.
Okay.
He had since left and applied part-time with us.
Okay. And then are there any outstanding examinations or eligibility requirements?
So once we put forth a recommendation for a conditional hire, the applicant then has to go through a multitude of exams, testing, and things of that nature through MOPEC.
Okay.
To make sure the certification is just through the state. Once that happens, I get that email from MOPEC stating that he's good to go.
Okay.
And then whenever that happens, I write an email to Paula for an agenda item to hire that said candidate.
Okay.
Not that I don't know what MOPEC is, but for the rest of us, could you tell us what MOPEC stands
MOPEC stands for the Municipal Police Officers Training and Education Commission.
Oh, thank you very much. Okay. With that said, we have a motion on the table. Can I get all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Paul, did you say aye? Okay. Unanimous, 7-0. Good deal?
Thank you, Council. I appreciate it.
No problem. We appreciate you too. Okay, well, it's that part of the meeting. We're going to move on to the manager's report. Please.
Okay, I just have a few things today. Just to remind everybody again that this week starts our new trash pickup days. So we are being picked up on Tuesdays and Fridays. Big announcement. We want to thank Senator Sanacero and State Rep Perry Warren, who strongly advocated for our grant for our new roof and over the police department that we've been talking about for a couple of years. We were successful in getting this grant, so the final paperwork should be coming in sometime soon, so it'll be on your agenda sometime in the near future for acceptance. A huge thank you to the Perrells and the Coles, who actually brought Santa into town in December. It's always a huge hit. This is the second time they did it. It's something that's done privately by somebody who owns a fire truck. So we really want to thank them for taking time out of their busy days to come and delight all the kids and adults alike. Right to Know seemed to be slowing down just a little bit. We did have maybe 4 or 5 throughout December. Some were quite long and lengthy, but we're working through them. Zoning was definitely down this month of December. We only had 1 zoning application. We have no zoning hearing boards for December. We have nothing on the docket for January as of yet. Building permits, we had 6 building permits. Code enforcement has been busy as well. I also want to take time to introduce Catherine, who is our new recording secretary, Catherine Vessels.
Welcome.
She'll be helping us with, as I said, the recording secretary position and also the right to knows. And then we're also going to bring her into the office just to have a little backup for if Patty and I are out at a meeting or something and Wes isn't here, then Catherine's going to jump in. But we're delighted to have her. And that is my report.
Thank you very much. I just wanted to ask, your name again, please?
It's Catherine Vessels.
Would you like to introduce yourself, aside from what Paula had to say, or, if you want to, you don't have to.
Sure. My name's Catherine Vessels. I live in Yardley, just up the road, with my husband and 2 children.
Is that a Yardley or L&T accent that I'm hearing?
It's actually South African accent.
Really?
Yes.
Well, that's amazing. I thought it was L&T, but okay. Well, I welcome. We really appreciate you taking on this responsibility and look forward to working with you.
Thank you.
Was there any questions for the manager from the table? No?
I just want to thank you for doing the letters to Santa and responding to those and making a lot of personal responses. I just think that's a wonderful thing that this community does. And I know you and Patty are really busy, so to make the time for that is just really special. So thank you.
Yeah. And Martha, did you get what you wanted?
Yes, only because I wrote.
Very good. And not to, and just really quickly, because not that you glossed over it, but it is a big deal. We're getting a new roof for the police. So I just want to thank you and everyone else who worked hard to work on that LSA grant and make that a success because, well, I think that the chief can speak from personal experience. It's not fun to be rained on. Ori, you had a comment.
Well, I think it is really a big win for the borough because just sort of the sequence of events to recap, we have had this roof leaking for years and years, and it got worse and worse. And then we realized we had to do something, but as usual, we didn't have the money. So we decided to do a patch job and try to raise the money. And the patch job wasn't great, but it kind of band-aided us over. And then with the help of this team, we did raise the money. We applied for a grant and we had a loan option and we were like, when can we do it? Because we were waiting for the grant, like a year I think it took since we applied. And we didn't know if we'd get it and we had to make a decision. And, I think teamwork really works because we all sort of added, our own ingredient and we got far enough, and then we had the help from our representatives, et cetera.
Yeah, and actually, yes.
That saved the borough $214,000, I believe, right? Which is a lot of money for us.
Right. Any other comments? Public, okay. Thank you, Manager Johnson. Appreciate it. Appreciate what you're doing, and with Patty and Catherine, what you will be doing. There's nothing to vote on. Okay, engineers report. Patrick, would you like to take the stage?
Thank you. We've issued our engineers report. It's included in your packet. Just to give everyone an update with North Main Street Phase 3, Today, we did speak with the Water Department, PA American Water. As I last reported, they had their HOP permits into PennDOT. PennDOT has authorized them to proceed with the water service lateral relocations. They didn't have a schedule quite yet, but as they start beginning, they'll let us know. Manager Johnson and I will work together on getting an email blast to those residents to the North Main Street folk to know that the current status. Once this water service starts going forward, American Water will have a better schedule, but at this point, just due to the holidays and so on, a schedule couldn't be given right now. So, but good news with the American Water conflict, they could start moving forward.
Wonderful. And just a quick question regarding, because not everyone knows, this is mainly for the public, because we do know. What is the construction or work that's being done currently in North Main? I sat in traffic, Yardley traffic for 5 minutes. I'm just curious.
That I'm not sure. It could be some Pico gas main. Also, when I was talking with American Water, they were mentioning some water main breaks as well.
Oh, okay.
So Manager Johnson and I were talking about earlier, usually I would see Caddick Construction doing the work for American Water, and that's not who was at.
I did not recognize the company, so I guess that was part of my question.
There's a lot of activity there.
Okay.
And strangely, some of it is going like across the road, which is what we expect to see when the water lines are looking, but it's not.
And really what they're going to do is tie the residents to the water main that's going to be underneath the sidewalk. So really the work shouldn't be going across the sidewalk.
Oh, it's the disconnect. I see. They just cap
Because
it.
they're disconnecting from the main on the southbound side to connect them over to the northbound side.
Okay.
So.
Was there further comments?
Well, the one thing I would request is that in order to keep everyone in the public posted as well, because people do use that for jogging, whatever, just to, as soon as we get that sort of new milestone updated chart, once we know the dates for American Water, to just bring it back to council so we can share it. And maybe even Manager Johnson, if you feel like it, if you think it's a good idea, you could maybe blast it out, updated. Because I think people wonder who don't, not just the people who live there, but the people across the street and the people up and down, you know.
People are stuck in traffic, I'm just kidding.
Well, yeah, it impacts the whole borough, so it's good for everyone to know what's going on.
Communication is key, and I like, and I do thank you, Paula, because communication with ourselves, with the borough residents has improved immensely, and I think we will keep this up, and maybe people won't call as often, maybe they'll know what's going on, and I think that's a really great thing, and I appreciate it. Was there any other points you wanted to make?
No, I just wanted to touch on North Main Street. There are a few open grants. I issued those, updated that in my packet, as well as I sent over another email to Manager Johnson for some other grants that are now open as well. So I'll be following up with Paula in the near future too.
Would you share if those are road work grants or some other kind of?
There's a lot of different, let me just pull up my email.
Sorry to put you on the spot. I'm new at this.
I got it. There's actually there is a transportation and planning grant. And then there's several from DCNR. There's ones that are matches, 1-to-1 match, 20% match, all different types. The land acquisition grant that we did utilize, for the Pico lot as well. There's some that are applicable, some might be worthy for consideration as well. The DCED, not the DCED, the PennDOT MTF grant is available as well, but there is a 30% match for that one. The awards range from $100,000 to $3 million. The due date on that grant is February 13th as well. It was just weird. It was just sent sent late. Usually those open a little bit earlier, but, so that was there too.
Patrick, are any of those grants grants that would be a good fit for the design portion of either Afton or Dolington Extension or crosswalk installation that would complement other grants that we have either received or have in the works?
I'm going to look, I don't have that answer right now, Mr. Feiner, but I'm going to look into that to see if there's any grants that would be suitable for planning for those. As we, we heard earlier this evening, we did get the LSA grant for the rooftop, but we also had another one that was to help us for the engineering services for Dolington Road as well. So I'll keep I'll look into some of these grants and see what might be a good fit.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Feiner. As the Public Works Chair, obviously I'll encourage you to communicate so that we can stay on top of these things. And thank you, Patrick, as well, for all your work over the years. And, 2026, let's make things happen. I don't have to ask the public. Okay, I'm sorry, Martha.
Mr. Foley. So I know under potential future projects, we have the various drainage ones for the University, Lake Afton, and Morgan Ave.
Yes.
It looks like the past 2 years we've applied for community funding from Representative Brian Fitzpatrick. Are we planning on doing that again, or are we seeking other grants? Because I know these are priority projects.
We do have a grant for University Drive and the Lake Afton outfall.
Okay.
A grant that's out right now.
Okay.
And that was the that was the small water and sewer grant.
Okay.
Where that is what we did submit for.
Okay.
So we were pursuing that as well.
Okay. Are we going to reapply to Fitzpatrick's grant, or?
That's if the opportunity comes back. Back in 2025, it was really like 2024, there was no vote. And then they reopened it, and that's why we reapplied for in 2025.
Okay.
For those.
All right.
Any other questions from the table? I don't have to ask the public, do I? Okay, thank you very much, unless you had anything else to add.
That concludes my report.
Appreciate it very much. Mr. Solicitor, do you have a report?
I just wanted to say congratulations to all of the elected council members. I look forward to working with you all and getting to know you better. As I mentioned, I'll circulate a memo this week, which is an orientation memo that explains sort of a broad overview of the Borough Code, the Right to Know Law, and the Sunshine Act. And then we can schedule time. You guys can come into my office, and I'll answer any questions that you have. But with that concludes our report.
Anybody have a question for the solicitor? We're good? Okay, great. Mayor?
No report.
I'm
resting my vocal cords this
Anticlimactic.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you for that report, Mayor. All right, we'll do the council member reports now. I'll just go from this end and down. Kim, do you have a report?
I know it's really cold out right now, but you can look forward to Music Off Main because they have pretty much lined up all the bands for the summer, and that is on its way. So it's something to look forward to in warmer weather.
It's hard to think about warm weather with
I know.
what's happening right now, but thank you.
Are they doing the same days, like Saturday and Sunday?
So they did talk about moving the day, but
Okay.
I'm not sure if they landed on that or not.
Got it. Okay.
Okay.
Anything else, Kim?
Nope, that was it. Thanks.
Thank you very much. Martha, do you have a
I
report?
don't have a report. Thank you.
No, what a shock. Okay, well, thank you very much. Mr. Feiner, I'll wait till,
Yeah.
just wait.
Regarding Public Works and Planning Commission, I think we've covered enough ground in that area. I don't have anything new to add. Thank you.
All right, I did want to, of course, thank you for your work. And even though he's not here, Jared, for his work. And I would be remiss not to.
He is here.
You know, it's like he's invisible at this point. You're not, yeah. You're dead. If Jared was here, I would say thank you so much for, being that third wheel. It was an honor to work with you. I appreciate you, and feel free to volunteer.
I appreciate you as well. It's truly my pleasure, and I'm already getting myself roped into lots of
I'm sure your wife is happy about that. All right, moving on. Michelle.
No report.
Anticlimactic. Okay. Do I have a report? Okay, well, I have a couple minor things. Just because I was on different committees, things will change with my position. But just to finish out 25 and early 2026, I've attended a number of regarding community and economic development. I spent a bit of time with Yardley Business Association. Very proud of the events that they have produced, the success of those events, such as the parade, the winter or Christmas parade, the I don't know what they would call it, but it was sort of like the Winter Wonderland Fest with the new. They were doing a proof of concept. This year was the first year where they brought in vendors at no cost. It was proof of concept to see if it made sense, and the vendors seemed to be very happy with that, and there was enough light for them to display their materials, and that's good. Only one minor thing happened, and they looked to the first person with gray hair and a beard and said, "We need a Santa." All right, ho, ho, ho. But I was very pleased, actually, when, again, not to overstate this, but sometimes you end up doing things that you don't expect, and sometimes that means you play Santa. So I was very pleased, and so were the children, and it's nice to know that we can offer these kind of events, whether it's Experience Yardley, Yardley Business Association, FOLA. I'm probably missing someone, but, I do appreciate you all, and how much that not only means, obviously directly to the community, but one of the things I've always focused on is economic impact, because if we cannot support our businesses, then those businesses can't support us. And so I see it as a great partnership, and I know that none are really here, but I do thank them. How about your report, Mr. Goldstein?
No report.
Shocking. Mr. Menzel?
Wish I did, but no report.
All right. Well, I think we've had all our council member reports. Discussion items. I believe I know what this is. Is that requiring the time change? Is that requiring the time change?
No, I think that's later.
Oh, I didn't. Okay, I must have missed it.
Those are under other business. I think discussion items is its own category.
Could you just leave? Okay, my thing just sput. Okay, 2 seconds. Sorry. All right. All right. So where could you guide me? Someone? Anyone?
Maybe just ask if there's any discussion items.
Oh, okay. Yes, I think I shall. Thank you very much for that recommendation, Councilwoman. Any discussion points?
Maybe now or later.
I think that this is the appropriate time.
Okay.
Before you do, thank you for letting me know ahead of time so that, I appreciate it.
On the room. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, speak clearly.
Sure. Okay, so I'm honored to be here, having been given the opportunity once again to serve our beautiful town, and I want to thank everyone for being here to serve our community. Caroline for taking on the responsibility of mayor, David for taking leadership role, and Michelle for assisting with that, Kim for coming back, and very much the new people, Martha, Jason, and Paul, for stepping up to this special role. You're the next generation of council, and I'm very excited for that. So you may have noticed as the former vice president that I didn't seek a leadership role again for this council, and I think this will shed some light on that. So this counts as my 5th non-contiguous term of council. I've been one of those on and off people. And since I was reappointed to council 3 years ago, I'm very proud of the work that we've accomplished as a team. There are always ups and downs on council. It happens. But when I just kind of step away from it, zoom out, and look at it, it occurs to me that this is the most positively productive council, period of council that I've ever seen. And so I'm so grateful for the accomplishments that I got to lead and to be a part of others, and particularly in my area of passion, which is quality of life through walkability, which you've all heard enough of, probably more than you need to, but it's important. Some of those I just kind of listed them because I wanted to really kind of think about it. We raised over $2 million to pay for new sidewalks, safer crosswalks, no roof for Borough Hall. We found a way to complete and reopen the new Mary Yardley Bridge when the project was stuck due to PICO, while eliminating the stairs from both sides, not just one side, so you could go over there with a stroller, and completing the Yardley Borough Trailhead acquisition, which means the borough has a new park. Convincing PICO to make their antenna infrastructure, that big antenna they put in, black, so it would be less of an eyesore, and they agreed. We tried and it worked. Working with a private property owner to donate property that would have been a new house in the floodplain, and instead is Judy's Garden, which will instead be a beautiful sanctuary with a sculpture for all people to enjoy without cost to the borough. A second new park in 1 square mile borough in a 3-year period. After more than a decade of being stalled, applying for a grant finally to add a sidewalk to West Afton Avenue. Starting the construction preparation for the 3rd phase of the Main Street sidewalk, fully funded by grants. Just last month, passing the Complete Streets and Vision Zero resolutions, which will not only help to protect and serve our residents by improving safe walkability, but will also help us raise more grant money to keep on doing that. That's not to mention so many other areas, like the progress towards keeping our police local and smoothly transitioning Chief Golden as our new police chief, and the countless processes all throughout the borough that maybe the public doesn't always see, that have been improved for a more functional and transparent borough. So while it may be convenient for me to say these things to toot my own horn, that is not the point. In fact, there were multiple team members involved. David and Jared on Public Works, and everybody else here played a role in these things, with all these projects. It's the strength of the team that makes these things possible. I say these things to illustrate the level of accomplishment that is possible when people dedicate their time and effort. As you've probably heard me say before, the work of council to make a difference and to really be effective in doing things for our town happens outside of council meetings. To be this productive requires hours of boots on the ground, phone calls, meetings, research that happens between those council meetings. And that's what brings me to this moment. Those of you who know me also know that I get very passionate about ideas to improve the borough, and sometimes to the detriment of personal relationships or the health and well-being of my family. I'm quite attached to results, and I'm not a person who lets go easily. It's a delicate dance between family, professional life, health, and council. In the past couple of weeks, a new opportunity came my way with respect to a venture I've been involved in. Pursuing it means less time available between meetings and significantly more travel outside of the borough. I've been grappling with this and trying to figure out what to do. In good conscience, I'm not here to just show up at the meeting or dial in, zoom in, give my opinions on other people's hard work, vote, and repeat. My goal is to make our town noticeably better for everyone, to build on the incredible momentum we've created, and I know how much work that takes. So it has become clear to me that something has to give. And so I've come to the conclusion that I need to let go, to trust that we are in good hands, and to make room for someone else who is passionate and can make the time in their life to create progress for the borough. So therefore, effective March 15th, I will be resigning from council. Between now and then, I will do everything in my power to preserve institutional knowledge, transition projects, and help get new and exciting and existing council members up to speed so you can run with it. And I'm hopeful that there's enough time for someone out there to step up and become a great seventh member of this team so that our momentum keeps going. In my on-and-off history of serving on council, I've learned never to say never. So I will say, should my situation allow for it in the future and the need arises, I would be grateful for the opportunity to serve again. It's been my honor to serve this community over these years. Thank you.
I'll make this brief, but it's sad. But I'm very, as I've told you over the phone, I'm very happy for you because sometimes in life we have to make difficult choices. And I know that you have chosen the right choice for you and your family. And we all do appreciate you and all the hard work and your passion, because without, we would not be where we are today in some of these initiatives. And I truly, truly appreciate you. And I'd like you to consider being reappointed after March 15th. But in all seriousness, would anyone else like to say anything?
While the former council has been portrayed in the press as being two separate teams that were often in conflict, when I read that, and I should have said something then, I disagreed with that. While we had conflict and heated discussions, I think for the most part, we voted in agreement on projects that benefited the borough. So we might have come across as very divisive or separated in what we hoped to achieve, but more often than not, we were in agreement. And I appreciated your passion for your sidewalk and your statue.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
The floor is still open if anyone else would like to.
Thank you for all of your efforts. Much, much appreciated. And I know we don't always agree, but we do get along, and we all, whatever our opinions are, it's for the betterment of the community. So, and I think that's the most important thing, is that we all want this to be a good place.
Yes, Mayor.
Thank you to my dear Vice President for being a servant leader to this town. And thank you for showing the public about that internal pool that we all have constantly in this service between family and work and the borough and all the other things. You know, we all have hobbies as well. We all like to walk or knit or whatever it is. And there are only so many hours in the day. So thank you for vocalizing that so the public knows about the sacrifice that each and every person at this table has or will be undertaking through service. You have done it well, and I have. It has been an honor to serve with you.
Thank you, Mayor. Yes, Jason.
Yeah, I like to say, I haven't had a chance to really serve with you very much, but we did canvass, since Labor Day, and I do appreciate, the guidance and the knowledge that you provided during that time. And I look forward for the next few months, at least serving with you, and just want to say thank you.
Well, congratulations, Chairperson of the Public Works. Just anyone else, or are we done?
Yeah, just to say, you'll be very much missed, Ori, and you've already been so helpful to me as a newcomer coming in. And one of the reasons I'm so excited to join is because council is in a good place and does have a lot of momentum on these great projects, and a lot of that is due to you. So thank you.
Thank you so much.
I don't know how this works, Mr. Solicitor, but I have a quick question, but go ahead.
Yeah, so Mr. Feiner will have to formally submit a written resignation letter to council. The effective date of his resignation would be either the date in the letter or basically in this situation, it would be March 15th would be the effective date of his resignation. Once that letter is submitted, council has 45 days to accept it. Once it's accepted, basically we then would have 30 days to fill the vacancy once the vacancy was
There's no
effective.
promise we'll accept it.
So,
I know I got worried for a second.
Right, exactly.
so council would vote to fill the vacancy, and similar to what happened with Mr. Finer's seat when he originally received it this most recent time.
And that would be the remainder of his term?
That's correct.
No. It would be the remainder
Until the next municipal election.
until the next municipal
yes,
election, makes
sorry.
more sense. Okay, thank you
Yes.
very much, Mayor. Appreciate that. And
I just say,
sure, go ahead.
The reason I could have just sat here with that knowledge. It doesn't feel right to do that. So instead, I thought, well, let me just put that out so everybody knows that, and we could all work towards smooth transitions. Because I think when people leave, I've found stuff in folders and places, and it just like it doesn't move. And I want to make sure that I can work with everyone here so that everything keeps going. And I'd like to use that time to do that.
All right, that's a reasonable segue to a question I have for the solicitor. If I would ask Mr. Feiner to submit his letter that he read to the council, is that appropriate?
So he can submit the letter after the meeting, and then we would have to get it on the agenda to accept that resignation at the next meeting.
It was beautifully written, and it's part of our history, and I think that should be part of our record, if that's okay, Mr. Feiner?
Sure.
Okay, thank you.
I read it, but I may have.
You can use ChatGPT to clean it up.
Yeah. Well, one draft, no AI. So.
All right.
I may have changed some of what's in here while I was speaking, because, you want this or you want the recording?
We'll discuss.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay.
I think Shirley wants.
Yes, Ms. Corsi. I know who you are. Absolutely.
From the public, I want to say, Councilman Feiner, I've been attending these meetings ever since, especially with Gather, please. I just want to say thank you. I don't know all the ins and outs on the council, but as a community, as a resident, and a business owner here in Yardley, thank you to you, your lovely wife, your children, and you're just an asset to this community. And I just thank you, because people from the heart can feel it when someone else is from the heart. And I just want to say thank you.
Thank you very much.
Is Jared still here? Oh, yeah. Just in case you worked very closely with us, do you have any comment? We'll shut this down. You don't have to. I just, I know you work very closely with us, and it'd be, if you want to.
Jared Stump, Yardley Borough resident. I would recommend that the council votes to not accept Mr. Feiner's resignation.
We'll take that under consideration.
No, Ori, thank you for your service to the borough, especially in the areas of walkability. Appreciate you staying on to see the sidewalk into hopefully completion, or at least to the next phase. And I would just say to members of the public, this is the opportunity I'll say it this way, this is the opportunity to step up and serve your community. We're going to have an opening coming available, and in a small town like this, it's kind of like you get drafted and you have to serve at some point. So anybody that loves Yardley, cares about Yardley, I would recommend that you would consider serving our great town and filling these shoes, especially if you have an interest in public works.
Thank you for your comment.
That was not 3 minutes.
I don't care. That's enough. Thank you, Jared. I appreciate it. Appreciate your everything you've done as a council person and on Public Works. Okay, moving to a little bit more brighter areas of business here. It is the other business. It's we have three things to discuss. One is A is consideration of the borough manager agreement. B, consideration of resident email blast and survey. And finally, consideration of changing the meeting time for council meetings. I will start with the discussion on the consideration of a borough manager agreement. Honestly, I just don't know how to proceed with this. If I could get some assistance, I'd appreciate it.
So essentially, you just need to take a vote on whether or not to accept and allow for the execution of the contract. So similar, you would make a motion, get a second.
Okay.
Discussion between council, public comment, and then a vote.
Okay, so there's no other details. All right, I appreciate that. So without further ado, I'd like to have a motion about the borough manager agreement and a second. Can I have a motion, please? So moved?
Second.
Thank you very much. So we have a motion from Councilwoman Scherer and a second from Councilman Goldstein. Thank you very much. Okay. discussion from the table? Or comments or anything? Everyone had an opportunity to read it, and
I'll just
go
say
ahead, please.
One thing that I didn't know about Paula's position is that it is bonded, so she has a financial stake in doing her job well. Not that she wouldn't do that
How
anyway.
much is the bond?
because
I'd like to
of her-
know.
125,000, I think.
We could buy half a roof.
We could buy half her. Yeah, so just, thank you, because there is a risk for you to take this job, and I really appreciate it.
I would just tag on that a lot of people don't realize how difficult the position is and the responsibilities, and that, that's a difficult position to be put in, and sometimes people come in and make assumptions when they don't know the full story. So thank you, Martha, for bringing that up. I appreciate it. Okay, well, if there's oh, yes, sir.
I think that recently we instituted quarterly reviews, and I think that's created a really good feedback system. I think it's helped Paula, and I think it's helped the council work better with Paula. And I see a strong desire to continue to improve and work with what's very complicated, because you've got all these different people with different requests and different needs and different styles of working. And Paula is like the intersection of all of that, and all the staff and the police, and then the entire borough.
It's like she has 20 bosses.
It's like, that
ridiculous.
famous intersection I think it's in Tokyo with all that? That's where Paula lives every day.
Is she the traffic?
So I appreciate you for handling it with finesse.
Yes, I would agree.
Thank you for all you do. You are like the anchor to this town.
Anyone else? Any other comments? Any comments from the public about Paula? I mean, no? Good. Perfect. I'd like to ask if everyone is in favor.
Aye.
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 Well, it seems that we have a contract. Rock and roll. Congratulations, Paula. I look forward to working with you, as you know, and really appreciate you. All right. Second one is the consideration of the resident email blast and survey. Is that your department as well, Paula? Or who wants to?
That's me.
Oh, Mayor. Thank you.
Yes, I will still be submitting agenda items. I hope you do not mind.
I do not.
This is from our police planning committee. We would like to send out a communication to the public just on our progress thus far, and also to get feedback from the public on our police department. And we have heard, by and large, from the public throughout this process of considering how we will continue to make our independent police force viable. That community input is extremely important. So we want to make sure we are taking a pulse poll on the community. So the hope is to do this towards the beginning of the process and then further down the road as well. So I would be happy to take any questions from anyone. The committee did review these, but we are not a voting body, so it is ultimately council's decision whether or not we send this out. It would be sent out through our normal email blast list. And the committee did have some changes at our last meeting that were applied to the best of my ability to what was submitted to you.
Thank you. If it's not inappropriate, I would like to ask you a question. At the last planning meeting, police planning committee meeting, commission meeting?
Police Planning Committee.
Okay, committee. We discussed, I think, but didn't come to a conclusion about with the role changes with Mayor Harding leaving and you changing from president to mayor. Do you have an idea of how that would work? And I know if you don't feel comfortable, feel free not to answer. I just wanted to see if you would.
So the committee was built in terms of the 3 elected officials who serve on it, that those are tied to the position and not the people. So it's the president, the 4 elected officials, the president and vice president of council, the chair of public safety, as well as the mayor. And I think that should remain.
So you will remain then?
I would remain on the committee.
Excellent. We appreciate that.
And you would join us and.
Turns out I get sucked into that. Okay, thank you very much. And Michelle. Okay, thank you very much for that. It sounds like a great idea. Can I, did I get a, sorry, I got lost track. Did I ask for a motion on that?
No.
No. So I would like to have a motion on the consideration of a resident email blast and survey for the Police Planning Committee, being administered by Mayor Thompson. I got to get used to saying that.
So moved.
So moved. And a second?
Second.
Oh, was that you, Paul?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Well, then we have a motion from Councilman Finer and a second from Councilman Menzel. Thank you. Appreciate that. Any questions from the table? Yes.
Just some feedback, having been at that meeting, and just so we understand, and thank you, Mayor, for taking that feedback in. When you have a committee with, I don't know how many people we are, 8 people, 9 people, design by committee is like a joke, right? It's very hard to create something like this when every single person has input and feedback of how the questions should be different, and maybe they're leading someone in one direction or another. So I want to encourage us to, I'm sure I could find a lot of things here that I would do differently, as anybody could, to understand that this has already gone through that process. And one important thing that was added here that came up in that meeting is to have more open-ended questions where people can just write what they think, because we are in a small borough. So you can actually, instead of like just having the numbers, you can actually read the responses and get a pulse on what people are thinking. So that's why you see some open questions here. And I think that while it may not be perfect, I think this will generate some understanding of the community's views on this topic.
Thank you, Mr. Finer. Anyone else from the table? Okay, and from the public, if anyone has a comment, okay, thank you very much. The last one, I guess we have to vote on it, yes. So I would like all in favor of this?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Oh, good. Got to hear you. So that was unanimous. Thank you. 7-0. Appreciate it. All right, finally, it's the consideration of changing the meeting time for council. I know that we went through a informal process to kind of get a sense of if it makes sense to move the time up earlier to 7 o'clock. Would you like to comment, Manager Johnson?
So I sent out a survey to all of the boards and commissions, and there was actually 2, Planning Commission and HARB, that wanted to bump their meeting time to 7 o'clock opposed to 7:30, so that it's a little bit earlier. Everybody gets home a little quicker. So we just wanted to throw it out to council before I advertise it, if you wanted to move the meeting time to 7 o'clock instead of 7:30. And I did check with the professionals who do travel, and it was fine with them as well.
Okay, and it's appropriate then to take this, have a motion and vote on this tonight? Okay, then in that case, I would like, okay, let me make sure I got this straight. So not you specifically, but we're looking for a motion to, we don't have to vote on the Planning Commission or HARB, correct? But for council, I'd like you to consider, and I think you have already, and have, given your opinions to Paula, but consider a 7 o'clock start. And if that's the case, I'd like a motion to that effect.
I'd like to make a motion to change our beginning time to 7 o'clock.
I have a motion, and can I have a second? And we have a second. Okay, so Councilwoman Scherer has made the motion for a 7 p.m. start time and for council meetings, and Kim Siegel-Morris has seconded. All right. Is there discussion from the table? Sorry, Ori.
Yeah. So I'm thinking about the impact of the earlier meetings, because it's council at 7 makes sense to me, because I think of people who have businesses or jobs or in commute and have to get here. But we do tend to set meetings, like I've been toying with the idea of Public Works, going back to doing it like an hour before the council meeting once a month. So then that drives that to 6 o'clock, or if it's general government, all those meetings get pushed. And now I'm worried that people are going to be at odds with their other obligations and being able to get to 6 p.m. meetings. So that's really my main concern. Otherwise, the rest of it makes sense.
Was there any other discussion from, thank you, and was there any other discussion from the table?
Yeah, I'd just like to say, I understand what you're saying, but you could also have Public Works or any other committee meeting on a different night so that it wouldn't be right before a 7 o'clock meeting. You could have one at 7.
Yeah, that's a good point. Thanks for bringing it up, because the reason I bring it up is because some people like to kind of pack all the council stuff together. And you're right, because there's like another Tuesday. You know, there are 2 other Tuesdays. If you're a Tuesday person, you could do it at 7 then. So that's true.
Mr. Goldstein, you had a comment?
Yeah, just a question is, can we maybe try this out for 2 months and see how that goes, or does this have to be a permanent decision?
I'm going to have to defer to the solicitor.
Just becomes an advertising issue. You know, we could only advertise a certain number of meetings depending on how long you wanted to try it out for.
I think that I'm sorry, go ahead, Mayor.
Yeah, I just had a comment related to Councilperson Finer's comment. And actually, Councilperson Mansell asked before the meeting, when do committees of council meet? And I just want to remind everyone that this was a very recent change we made to move to a working session schedule, where the first meeting is a council meeting, the second meeting of the month is a working session. We alternate which committees present their business items, and we discuss as a full council. Before that, we met at 7:30 because there was a 6:30 and a 7 o'clock time slot for 2 committees to meet before, and then a member of the public could go to all 3 meetings. We should probably assess whether the working session is working, if we want to continue to do that, and if we wanted to move back to having a public works meeting and a general government meeting separate from the council meeting. It would be tricky to do that with a 7:30 start time. Not impossible, but just a little trickier.
You're saying the 7:30 start time would be...
I believe that's why it's at that time, if I'm not.
Okay.
I might be incorrect, but.
So just to clarify here, and some of these meetings, like the meeting with like a Public Works meeting, the engineer has to be there, which is a good idea since it's a Public Works meeting.
He has agreed to the 7 o'clock.
He has to be there on the day of the council meeting. It can't be
Is that
a different day
fair,
because he'd have to travel.
Patrick?
Well,
Sorry, didn't mean to put you on the spot there.
I'll be available if whatever's,
yeah,
at the convenience of the borough, so that we could, move projects.
I appreciate that, but just historically, the reason we did it at the same, going back to like the history, we did an engineering meeting, and then or Public Works meeting, and then a council meeting, because the engineer could come here and attend that whole thing. So there's, if we do, and as far as what Mayor Thompson's saying, just from Public Works perspective, I can say that I think, and this is also has to do with conversations I've had with the solicitor about creating, like one of the goals of this council, to create clearer guidelines on what is a meeting that needs to be a public advertised meeting of a committee and what is like a phone call with an engineer. I think we need to get that clear and then decide, well, because Public Works goes through, for example, and it's not the only, general government is another example, they have a lot of items. So you can't just meet like 4 or 6 times a year and expect to get those items done. So you need supplemental meetings with the engineer. And so I think that it's not a bad idea to move it to 7, but you just have to be careful of the implications, especially when it includes revising the standards for, or clarifying the standards for what a public meeting is, when a public meeting is required, and changing the frequency and possibly even looking at the work sessions and see if they still make sense.
I'd like to ask the solicitor a question. Andrew, is it allowable for me to ask just an informal opinion from each of the council people without a vote, just so we know we're going down the right track here? In other words, Are we, how many people are in favor of 7? How many people are in favor of 7:30? Understanding everything that you said, but then, because we do have to move in a direction, or table it.
Well, I mean, at this point, the motion on the table is just to change the time from 7:30 to 7. So if that motion were to fail, the time would just
That's a
remain
good point.
7:30.
Yeah.
You could certainly make an amended motion to table consideration of this to the next meeting or 2 meetings from now. But as far as discussion, you've presented it to council as far as whether they want to discuss it or not, and they've had that
Then
opportunity.
I'd like further discussion from council before we make that decision.
Well, since there's a bunch of us that are new, like, for me, it doesn't make any sense for me to vote on anything if you guys have been doing it a particular way and it's worked a particular way or hasn't worked a particular way. So I'm wondering if it makes sense to move this to a few meetings ahead from now so we can get the grip of, hey, this is how the flow goes, and we can then decide, because I can't make an informed decision, and I'm not sure if any of the other new members of council can make an informed enough decision.
Thank you, Mr. Menzel. Mr. Goldstein,
But
would you care
maybe that's just me.
jump in? If you have something to contribute.
Yeah, I've been coming in and attending. I'm okay with the 7:30.
I know how you feel, Michelle, so we'll just move right along. We know where he feels. Martha?
Yes, so we do have the police planning committee at our second meetings of the month at 6:30. So I think that is a good time for them, as far as I know, because 6 seems a little bit early to try to, I don't know, it just gives a little bit of a buffer. You get back from work, you have some dinner, so I wouldn't want to upset that. At the same time, I understand that when the meetings go late, it is a burden to people, but.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's part of it, and, I was good either way, to be honest. Kim, is there anything you want to add?
I just think that if we're going to stick with having the working sessions, then starting at 7 kind of makes sense, because they tend to run on and on for a very long time. And not everybody wants to be done here at 10:30 at night. But if we were going to move, like Ori says, into having individual committee meetings like we used to before we had working sessions, then keeping the council time starting at 7:30 would work. I think starting at 7:30 when you're having the working session tends to run long, unless we can kind of compact them a little bit.
Hey, I don't think anyone wants to be here till 10, to be honest, and we're doing a good job tonight, right? It's 9 o'clock.
Can I say something?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I think you make a really good point about compacting them, and I think maybe one way we could do that is assign a hard limit to each committee. I say that having a hard time sticking to that, but
Yeah, coming from the worst offender, yeah.
But at least that negotiation can happen before the meeting, so you know what your time is, and then you need a president to be like, hey, okay, time's up.
I mean, I understand that, but then we also have a big discussion, so it isn't just you or whoever presenting, it's the discussion that ensues afterwards that can run very long. So it's still hard people have the right to voice all of their opinions, so, I mean, I'm not trying to stymie that.
I wonder, can I suggest an idea here? Maybe what do people feel about the idea of tabling this until the police committee meetings end? Because otherwise we'd have to move that one. And it's just a snowball thing. So if we just say we'll reconsider this, and that would give time to assess any other impact.
So we
Just a
have
thought,
motion
and I'm
on the
not
table.
attached.
The motion on the table is regarding changing the time from 7:30 to 7. Now, we could do a couple different things. One, we could change the motion, or we could table it. Is that correct, Mr. Solicitor?
So if Mr. Fider would like, he could make an amended motion to table the matter, then we can have discussion on that and a vote on that. If that vote passes, then that's what goes forward. If that vote fails, then we're back to the original motion.
As much as I had shared with others that I would love to get this out of the way, not because I really don't care. For me personally, yeah, he doesn't care. My son is not, I'm not running home for anything, so, it's okay. But I understand that there's personal interest here, but there's also the interest of the borough itself. So with that said, do you have an opinion of what you would like to do?
Yeah, and I mean, okay, so the reason I just want to get a pulse is because I don't want to make trouble. If
Oh, you're
if you
leaving,
wanna
who cares?
Yeah, if you want to take the vote, it's fine, I can vote. But what I'm trying to say is I'm not dismissing this as a bad or a good idea. I just want to make sure we've
I
considered.
don't think you are, and I think that all these points are valid, and I did appreciate what Councilman Menzel said about he doesn't know, you know? And, you know, I appreciate that.
So with that, if you like,
Well,
unless somebody else,
I'll
I'll
look
make.
around and see if, go ahead, Michelle.
I just want to say, somehow we went from talking about making the meetings half an hour earlier, and then we added to it the potential of changing our groups.
Well, the motion
group
still
meetings.
stands.
Right, but that throws a monkey wrench into making it early, and then you're going to say, but I want to make it early, but change the dynamics of
Which
how
is
the
why we
meeting is.
might want to consider asking Ori to change his motion.
I'm just saying.
Oh, no, I'm
giving an
agreeing with you.
explanation.
May I make a motion, an additional motion?
Yeah.
I'd like to make a motion to table this motion until the police committee meetings complete. I don't know, is that how you say it?
Do we need to make it contingent upon the police planning committee, or could we just say sometime in the future, or give a date?
Because of the advertising requirements for the meeting and sort of the cost associated with that, I think it would make sense to put a date certain so that Paula could at least advertise up to a certain date, whatever that date is.
You want a date? And just also out of curiosity then, would you need to do a special advertisement if we change the dates, or would you couple that with another advertisement so that we don't pay more money to change it?
You're talking about the committees and
And for the new people especially, well, every time we advertise, it costs us,
Absolutely.
a significant amount of money.
Well, either
So,
way, we would have to advertise it, so it would have to be advertised if we change the date.
if we don't change the date, it doesn't need to be, but we advertise anyway, meetings annually, and that ad has already occurred or
Not yet.
not yet occurred.
Until tonight.
So we have, if we don't do it tonight, the next opportunity to advertise is a year from now, or are there other ads that we can add that
Always
information?
re-advertise and say the meeting time has changed from 7:30 to 7.
But at our expense.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But it would be a smaller, like when I
I see.
advertise the meetings, it's all the meetings that the borough has.
Got it.
So if we did change it in the near future,
Mm-hmm.
it would be just a small little blurb.
Okay.
thing.
And the approximate cost, any idea?
It'd probably be less than a couple $100s if it's
Okay.
very small.
So, and then if you had another, ordinance or something else you had to advertise, could you add this ad to that ad to get
Still have
a
to be
better
separate
price?
advertisement.
Oh, it has to be a separate, it can't be in the same.
Correct, it would have to be a separate one.
So that's what it is, yeah, but you want a time period. So can I amend my amended motion?
Yeah, go ahead, yes.
Amendment to-
Yeah, I mean, I don't think you've
Keep this very simple. I'd like to make a motion to table this for 6 months.
So moved.
Okay, we have
I made the motion.
he made the motion, so you need to second it if you'd like to.
Okay.
All right, so I have a motion from Ori to table that vote for 6 months, and a second from Martha. Okay? So therefore, so I,
We're getting there.
all those in favor of the amendment to the amendment, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All right, well, this is my,
Okay.
well, you got more to say?
No, I just want to make sure that everybody, that was unanimous?
It was unanimous, yeah.
That was unanimous, and the result of the vote, just for clarity of the minutes and the record, is that Paula is going to advertise the meeting schedule for 6 months at 7:30.
Right. All right, now this is the best part. I'm sure you will be happy that I will entertain a motion to adjourn. So moved, and a second? Second. All those in favor?
Aye.